Hey friends, I have a really raw, honest question that all of us at some point in the journey of life and faith will have to wrestle with and choose to answer one way or another. And it's not a question that many of us want to wrestle with. It's not a question that's pleasant or life-giving. It's one that can shake us to our core. Have you ever just been rocked by life and just in all raw honesty question, God, do you really love me? Do you see what I'm going through? Do you care? One that I've wrestled with many times over, do you enjoy watching me suffer? And the core question in all of these painful places of longing, the core question is this: God, can I trust your heart when I do not see your hand in my life? Can I trust that you're working all things together for good when life feels nothing even close to good? It feels the complete opposite, and it has for months, it has for years. Have you ever had a trial that's drug out and there's no end in sight, and you just wonder, God, when is enough enough? Have you had those moments where life is just one journey, one battle after another, one challenge after another, one adversity after another, and you're in a prolonged season of stress and responsibility and you can't get out of it, no matter how much you want to? Have you been there? I know I'm asking questions that each and every person that's experienced some of the hardest realities of life has wrestled with, and if you haven't yet, I encourage you to watch this video all the way through, because this is important for you to grasp before you're in that place. I got to get out of work early, have my little boy Ben, little man. Say hi, Ben. You say hi? Say hi?
Hi.
Oh, thank you. And he's been battling being sick with some type of bug for many days, runny nose, trying to get him some sunlight, fresh air, help hopefully boost his immune system. And thinking of my poor wife Anna, who came down with whatever he's been battling and now is in bed and tried to finish a work day but wasn't able to. Tail end had to call out early so I could take over with Ben when he woke up from a nap. But these are the questions I've been wrestling with for a number of years. There's so many questions when certain journeys are prolonged, and there's things I'm not at liberty to share about, things that I've been unable to share about publicly that I've been navigating, and it's tough. And there are some things in some seasons in life where we're not able to share some of the struggles that are deep, and that's a hard thing too, because it's isolating. Hi. Oh, are you saying hi too? You want to say hi to everyone? Showing them how you jump? Jumping? Good job, Ben. Good job, buddy. Thankfully, Ben's feeling better. We'll take the W's where we get them. But it's hard when you feel isolated, because suffering limits you from what you're able to really share. Sometimes some journeys just you can't. And I know that many of you relate to that, and you have been there too. I know I'm not alone in this, but man, sure as heck feels that way when it keeps closing in and it keeps going and the end doesn't seem to be in sight ever. Have you been there? And here's the thing that I am answering for myself, and I want to encourage your faith in the midst of wrestling with very real things. We can trust God's heart when we do not see his hand, because the cross displays his love for us. Our pastor, Derwin Gray, says this: we can trust his heart because the cross is still bloody and the tomb is still empty. If you understand what Jesus accomplished through his death, burial, and resurrection, it answers this question with a resounding yes. We can trust God's heart when we do not see his hand, because he who knew no sin became sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of God. As Paul said in Romans, I believe chapter 8, if he who did not spare his son, but freely delivered it up for us all, how much more will he give us all things? And Romans 8:28, notorious and profoundly encouraging when life is really, really hard. And we know that God causes all things to work together for good for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And those whom he foreknew, he predestined to conform to the image of his son. The purpose of suffering is becoming like him. And man, dying to yourself, suffering has a way of exposing areas of selfishness and ugliness that nothing else can. And God's refiner's fire. I think of a song that I grew up singing and man, that was my early days when I was probably about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. Refiner's fire. My heart's one desire is to be holy, set apart, useful for the master. Refiner's fire. Fire is never pleasant. When the temperature's going up, it gets really uncomfortable, and we wrestle. How much longer? Like, can this please hurry up? God, can you please hurry up? But he knows what he's doing. And he's a father that can handle our questions. He can handle the weight of us questioning his love. God, do you love me? Do you even see me? Do you care? Are you good? That's profound love. Someone that doesn't give up on us when we're at our lowest, when we question his very character. Because I know when I'm questioned, when my character is questioned, that's probably one of the most offensive things, especially when you're giving unconditionally and loving at your highest and trying to do your very best. To have that person that you're loving question you and question your heart, your character, that's hard. So if we have a father that can handle us at our lowest, who loves us at our worst, as our pastor Derwin's been going over for weeks now in a series, The God You've Been Looking For, the first question every human is asking is, first thing every person in all of humanity is looking for is someone who will love you at your worst. Anyone can love you at your best, but a God who can love you at your worst. And that's what I'm personally experiencing right now, because man, it's been raw, it's been real, it's been heavy, and it's been long. There's been years into some of the things I'm wrestling with. But here's what I do know, and this is what I want to confess, because we are committed to what we confess, because we can trust his heart when life is at its worst, because we know, and when we don't see his hand, even when I don't see it, you're working, as the song Waymaker proclaims. Even when I don't feel it, you're working, because you never stop. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, light in the darkness. When we feel like we're done, I've found oftentimes in my journey, he's just getting started. And it's like, that's just the beginning point. When I come to that place of raw honesty and I'm honest with myself, with where I'm at and what I'm feeling, I can then move forward. But if I try and fake it forward, that never works. So it's important to be honest, to wrestle, and to have people we can wrestle with these questions through in discipleship, and people that walk with us in this journey. I'm grateful to have those people. But friend, I want to encourage you, regardless of what you're facing, whatever you might be going through, we can trust his heart when life throws its worst, because the cross is still bloody. He gave his very life to lay down everything that we needed. He gave everything to redeem, restore, and ransom us. And he not only gave his life, but then he took it back up. This is the power of the resurrection, friends. And it's proof and evidence, no matter how dead something looks, regardless of how dark it may appear, Sunday is still coming. The resurrection will come. He is the God of resurrection. As Jesus said in John, the Gospel of John, I am the resurrection and the life. It's who he is, friends. And this has encouraged me over and over and over when the darkest days have come, when life has just rocked me to my utter core, and I'm looking like, God, no idea how you're going to work this out. I have no idea, am I done? And he's just getting started. That is the reality and the hope that we get to live in as blood-bought sons and daughters of the King, because Jesus rose. No matter what comes against us, he will work it all, with no exceptions, for good. So may you take heart, may you be encouraged that we can trust his heart regardless of what life throws at us, no matter how hard, how painful, and how unexpected, or how long adversity drags out. We can trust his heart because the cross is still bloody, the tomb is still empty, and he is for us and not against us. If he did not spare his own son, but freely gave him up for us all, how much more will he give us all things? Peter says we've been given all things we need for life and godliness through him. So no matter what happens, he's got us, friends. May you be encouraged, may you take heart, and may you press into him in the pain. Until next time, onwards and upwards with grace, Greg.